Hey guys, what's up? It's Crowd9 here with exciting news that you probably heard if you're an Invoke player, an Endiymion player, or a Witchcrafter player. We have the new Magistus archetype that got announced, and it's a combination of a lot of spellcasters. And I'm personally really excited for it. And I wanted to tell you guys my opinion on this deck and how it could really work with the Invoke archetype. So, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go ahead and do it. This is kind of like more of a live reaction, doing this all on the fly, no editing, just going straight through it. So, this theme is based on Hermes Trismegistus. I'm gonna pronounce so many things wrong today, just forewarning. So, we have our first card over here, Magistus, Grimoire, Crowley. We have an Alistair. We have a new Alistair. I don't think I would have seen the day that we would have seen Alistair kind of anywhere else. And yes, technically it's Crowley, but I'll take what we can get here. So, it is a level 4 Dark Spellcaster, effect monster obviously, 1800 attack and 1000 defense. Mega Knight Invoke players, we finally have an out to Fossil Dino. If you know, you know it's one of the hardest things to get over in that deck. What does this card do? You can only use each effect once per turn each. You can send one spellcaster from your hand or face up from the field to the graveyard, special summon this card to from your hand. Second effect, you can declare one attribute. This card becomes that attribute until the end of the turn. And you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one Magistus monster you control. Equip one Magistus monster, except a level 4 monster, from your graveyard to that target. You can banish this card. Hold on. Except a level 4 monster from your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Magistus monster you control. Equip one Magistus monster except a level 4 monster from your. So, the 3 cards that I kind of skimmed over this, the 3 normal monsters, I just realized as well, are all level 4s. So you're only going to be equipping the things from the extra deck. Just keep that in mind. So here's the mini play I have in mind, right? Normal summon, normal Alistair the Invoker. Search out your invocation. Then you can go into your Link 1 play. There's a Link 1 which we'll go into later. And then you can send that to the graveyard, summon out Crowley over here. Then you can go ahead and do whatever shenanigans you need to, whether you're using invocation or linking him away potentially. Then you're going into kind of a Link 2 play probably. From there, you're going to go ahead and banish him and equip a Magistus. I'm trying to figure this out. I just realized a little like downside where you have to equip a level 4 monster that's not that's interesting. So that's Crowley. Here is the Witchcrafter part of the deck. We have Magistus, Very Sendrilin, 800 attack, 1800 defense, level 4 light spellcaster, effect monster. If this card is normal special summon, you can activate one of these effects. Add a Magistus spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, or return one of your banished level 4 or lower spellcaster monsters in the graveyard, or to the graveyard. You're going to be primarily using the effect to search out a spell or trap because the spells in this deck are insane. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Magistus monster you control, equip one Magistus monster except a level 4 monster from your graveyard to that target. Again, these are all your extra deck monsters. Finally, over here we have Magistus Master Endiymion. Level 4 water spellcaster. You can activate each effect once per turn each. You can target one Magistus monster you control, equip one Magistus monster from your extra deck to that target. That's actually insane for what this deck has to offer. And then you can target one face-up spell card you control, destroy it, and if you do, draw one card, then place one card from your hand onto the bottom of the deck. So overall, that would be our 3 normal monsters. Out of the 3, I would say Crowley's probably the best one, just given that you can special summon him, do a lot of recursion plays. However, I feel like Endiymion will have the most success on the normal summon. So again, we have to see where it goes from there. Following that, we have Magistus Saint Iwas. So let's see here. I feel like I'm missing something. Probably not. So we have Magistus Saint Iwas, which I believe is Alistair's staff. This card is named after Iwas, a non-corporeal intelligence that dictated the Book of Law to him on April 8th to 10th of 1904. So yeah, level 8 wind monster, fiend, 2000 attack, 2800 defense, decent stats. Materials, 1 Magistus monster and 1 spellcaster monster. You can only use this card's effect once per turn. So for the first one, during the main phase quick effect, you can target one face-up monster on the field, so anything besides himself. Equip this card from your field to that monster. If you equip this card, why is that so weird? If you equip this card to an opponent's monster with this effect, that monster cannot activate effects, and you gain control of it. It's literally Widow Anchor as a fusion monster. So that's really good. And then a monster equipped with this card gains 1000 attack and defense. So it's a permanent gain. You're going to be using this mostly for disruption against your opponent's turn. You're going to go ahead and equip it to your opponent's monster, take control of it, and that's kind of it. It gains 1000 attack and defense. You can still attack with it, there's no restriction. You get to keep it as long as it's equipped to it. Again, the downside is they can pop it if they need to. But overall, really good. It's just a quick effect Widow Anchor. Just negating the effect can be strong enough. From there, we do have a synchro in the extra deck. We have Magistus, Dragon, Vafrim. Level 8 Fire Dragon Synchro Effect Monster, 2500 attack, 2900 defense, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. We all know that is generic. You can only use this card's first and third effect once per turn, so the second effect is unlimited, I suppose. If this card is synchro summoned, you can destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls if it's destroyed. So you can't equip this via Endiymion and then just pop it, for example, to destroy your opponent's board. It has to be synchro summoned. So that's a bit of a downer. I thought, hey, if you can, equip it straight from the extra deck and then blow up your opponent's board, you have a bit of versatility there if you're in a weaker board state. The second effect is a monster equipped with this card cannot be destroyed by spell or trap cards by your opponent, or effect, which is good. I don't really think there's too much disruption in terms of spell and trap these days. It's mostly monster effects just killing everything. And then at the start of damage step, when a monster equipped with this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy that monster. So basically whatever's equipped to it becomes construct. So that's really good. I see no real downside to that. You want to go ahead and utilize that as much as possible, so I'm okay with that effect. Following that, we have the Rock XC of the deck. It is a rank 4 Earth Rock XC monster, 1800 attack, 2400 defense, 2 materials of level 4 spellcasters. You can only use each effect once per turn for the first and third effect. You can detach 1 material from this card and then target 1 level 4 or higher spellcaster monster from your graveyard. Add it to your hand. A monster equipped with this card can make 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. It's not the highest attack, so that's kind of iffy. If this card is currently equipped to a monster, you can target 1 Magistus card in your spell or trap zone, and 1 spell and trap card your opponent controls, destroy them. This card is named after Sumerian mother goddess Ninhursag. So, that's actually fine. When I first read this, I thought to myself, a pop for a pop isn't the best thing in the world. Wait till we get to the spells and traps and you'll see what I mean. We have a Link 1. Invoke players, rejoice. We do not need Invoke the Almirage anymore, and we do not need Invoke Secure Garden anymore. I know that's not their names, but let's be honest. Who besides Invoke was using Almirage, and who besides Invoke was using Secure Garden? They're Invoke monsters. That's it, they're just Invoke monsters. I refuse to admit otherwise. So, we have Magistus. Why is that so hard to say? Magistus? Magistus Maiden Artemis. It's a level 1 light, it's the Link 1 light spellcaster, 800 attack. Link arrow up, we don't really care about the Link arrow, zoomed out to a little bit too low. Materials, 1 level 4 or lower spellcaster monster, Alistair, rejoice! You can special summon 1 Magistus per turn. You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. If a Magistus monster is normal or special summon while this card is already in the monster zone, you can target one of that monster's. You can target one of those monsters. I guess because it could just be one. Equip this card to that monster on the field. If this card is currently equipped to a monster, you can add 1 Magistus monster from your deck to your hand. It's a Rhoda. So you can go ahead and summon Endiymion. Endiymion can equip this from the extra deck directly, and then you can use a secondary effect to search out a Magistus monster, which could be Crowley, and then you extend from there. The one thing I wanted to see, just really quickly, does Crowley say it has to be a monster on the field, or can it be equipped? I guess I want to spellcaster monster from you. I want to know if this will also apply in terms of the equipped monsters. Because if I'm able to send an equipped monster, then special summon him, and then equip that special summon monster from the extra deck in the graveyard to one of your monsters, and then continue going from there, you can do a lot of neat plays. So I need to figure that one out before I tell you guys for certain, but I think that's how it might be working. Because it doesn't say it has to be in the monster zone, it doesn't have to be a monster that's currently on the field like that. So if you can do that for an equipped monster, we have some neat plays going on here. And then we have the absolute most broken continuous spell card I read in a while. We have Magistus. Oh my god, I said it like 400 times. I said it right too for the first like 5 times. Magistus. It's a continuous spell trap. Sorry, it's a continuous spell card. You can use either this card's name, second or third effect once per turn, and only once that turn. So you have to choose between the second and third effect. Each Magistus monster you control that is equipped with an equipped monster cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. That's not that interesting, honestly. That's alright. During your main phase, you can special summon one level 4 spellcaster monster from your hand. Now, it says spellcaster. You're not restricted to just Magistus monsters. You have a lot of opportunities with that card. Like, in all seriousness, I'm excited to see where that's going to go. And then if this card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, doesn't matter how, you can special summon any number of Magistus monsters with different names from your hand. That's nuts. Like, unfortunately, Alistair the Invoker requires a normal summon to be done, but if you have this along with Alistair and a couple of Magistus monsters, you are golden for a very good play. And none of these cards lock you into Magistus monsters only, so these can be just used as general extenders. This card is nuts. This card is named after Hermes Trismegistus, the proportioned father of alchemy. That's really cool. I like the lore just generally being like around alchemy and just like old wizardry type of things. I guess I shouldn't say wizardry, kind of like just old alchemy overall. Next we have Theologia Magistus. You can activate one of this. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Target one Magistus monster you control, equip one Magistus monster from your extra deck, field, or graveyard to that target, except a level 4 monster. If there are at least one Magistus monster, Fusion, Synchro, XC, and Link monsters in your graveyard, you can equip one non-Magistus Fusion, Synchro, XC, or Link monster from your extra deck with this effect instead. This card's alright. The benefit is it's a quick effect. I don't know how good this one would be, honestly speaking with you. I kind of like thought about it. I just rather not have this one. But it gives you a free equip from the extra deck. Again, I need to playtest with it. This might be a 1 of if anything. Definitely not a 2 or 3 of, at least from my initial thoughts. We have Magistus Invocation. Bless up, we have another invocation option. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Fusion summon one fusion monster that lists a spellcaster monster as material from your extra deck using monsters you control or have in your hand as material. If you're fusion summoning a Magistus monster, you can also use monsters equipped to Magistus monsters you control as materials. That is fantastic. So you're basically going to be able to use Magistus Invocation along with normal Invocation to just get all these giant plays. And that's what I'm excited about, because normal summon Alistair, get your Invocation, activate this to fusion summon from your hand or the field depending on what your setup is. Then you can use Alistair and that monster potentially to link away, go into a higher link, then use your materials in graveyard to banish them for the normal Invocation. You're getting so much benefits out of this. Then we have the final card, unfortunately. It's a Ritria Magistus. Normal spell card you can target. You can only use this card's effect for the first and second once per turn each. Target one level 4 or lower Magistus monster from your graveyard, special summon it. You have a Archetype Monster Reborn, that's always good. If a Magistus card in your spell and trap card zone will be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. That's not bad at all. That's pretty solid. That's good for later on plays, because obviously you're going to be using, probably not be using that on the first turn. But again, this lets you kind of just keep going faster, and guess what? Some of these cards pop as an effect, so you're able to protect your own cards. Big thing. Honestly speaking, I'm excited for this. I have some builds in mind already. I'll go ahead and try to get a build out as soon as possible whenever these become live on Dueling Book, YG, well, I guess EDN Pro, whatever it is now. So guys, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for this archetype? Are you not excited for this archetype? What are your initial thoughts about it? Are you happy with it? Are you not? Because again, we have the big three spellcasters here. We have Invoke, we have Witchcraft, which I'd argue it should have been like Spellbook personally, and Endiymion. So we have the three there, and I'm just excited to see where this takes us in terms of lore. So guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Don't forget to like this video, and as always, stay safe. Bye.